Welcome to episode 481 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Tim Kincaid, and obviously we're working on the fly here. Shout out to Primo and Ev, doing the Lord's work at work today. But we're just trying to keep everybody updated. I know Twitter. If you people are on Twitter, I know Twitter's been out, so our Twitter feed is not going live on Twitter because they're having issues today. But talk about teams that are not having issues today. The Patriots are not having issues signing people, as Patriots have signed Milt Williams. It was reported earlier on that the Panthers were going to sign Milton Williams, but the Patriots swooped in and paid him a lot of money. And it's something we've been talking about with Milton Williams, that he was going to get his bag. You saw what Odigizua got from the Cowboys. You knew Milton Williams was going to get his bag. And my thing is, I'm not even mad at the idea that some of these players getting their money, because this is talk about generational wealth that we're talking about. This is, obviously you would love to have him stay, but if you have seen the way that our bank account is set up, it's crazy. The new post here about his deal. It's a 4-year, $104 million deal, $63 million guaranteed. That's Milton Williams' contract update as of late. So Carolina was trying to get in there, but New England just upped the price, says Adam Schefter. A lot of things are moving. A lot of moving parts. Obviously, Darius Slay is a Steeler, according to Jordan Schultz, Fox Sports Insider. So, you're talking about the different options at cornerback. We thought about Isaiah Rodgers, who just inked a 2-year deal with the Vikings as well. So, Keely Ringo time. Tim, a lot of news is flying about. How are you feeling so far?
It's sad to see these guys leave, but it's awesome to see them get the bag. Generational wealth, take care of your family. Go ahead and do what you got to do. The Isaiah Rodgers, though, like 2 years, 15 mil, like we couldn't do that. So that was the one I was probably like most surprising one, because I felt like he was the one that was like out of everybody, in that position that he played as that backup role in the secondary. I felt that he was the one most likely to come back, but. Hey man, how will we trust? You know what I mean? How he's going to make some moves? Hopefully, and the way the bank count is set up, I ain't got it right now, so we'll see.
We have to realize that this team just actually won a Super Bowl.
Right.
And the way that the Eagles got to the Super Bowl, let's rehash this. They drafted pretty well. They drafted some of these guys like Milton Williams. They drafted guys like Jordan Davis. So to the fact that or Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter speaks to the reason why a guy like Milton Williams is going to see the door. Josh Sweat is still available. Does this mean that we have money for Josh Sweat? We saw the comment underneath the post saying that he had question marks as to one of the posts saying that he was leaving. So, my thing is, I'm wondering where the Eagles stand. We have Mekhi Becton. Everybody's trying to figure out where Mekhi is going. But at this present time, it's we have guys like a Tyler Steen backing him up. To the Eagles, are they really looking to this youth movement as the possible way to go? You got to think about what, how he did mention it, that having younger guys play might be the way. And could this be the way?
It sure can. Tyler Steen he stepped up when he needs to step up, and when times Becton went down, or one of the offensive linemen goes down. And he's done a great job. Maybe just that one says, "Hey, we got something here," and he's homegrown talent. We drafted him, so we'll see, man. Far as like free agency is going right now, it's really shocking that the quarterbacks went off kind of like it was like a little bit of a sputter, like when you just seen who was it? Oh my God, Fields, and then Sam Darnold. They got their deals like that. So I'm interested to see what other teams are going to do.
Now, Elena says, why Isaiah, though? He was a perfect replacement for Slay.
Hmm.
I just think if you think about it, the way that the Eagles are thinking, a lot of beat reporters are talking about having Isaiah compete with Ringo for that position, that which would have been nice. I mean, the competition aspect of it all, that would have been nice. But I do think Isaiah, we're talking about a player who's been waiting to get paid, and for any amount of money that um, is more than what the Eagles are offering, like he's got to. And then that's the part where I'm not mad at these players because it's like, especially if it's your first time getting paid, Milton's first time getting paid, you got to get that
Right.
contract.
Yeah.
You know, even though his father said that you'll be surprised, my son wants to stay here. I'm like, once we saw Osa's deal, you knew it was a wrap. I mean, for me, and we put that out there as soon as he signed.
Right.
Perk talks about balling on a budget, and I really do think balling on a budget also means not only the free agency period, but it also means drafting well. You
Yeah.
you have to ball in terms of getting the right players in here, and I think the Eagles have done a great job because that's a big part of what they've accomplished in the last couple of years is drafting well. Jalen
Right.
Carter, bringing in Jordan Davis, bringing in uh, uh, obviously Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. So this is the moment. This is the moment that where the front office has to make their money. There's been a lot of money that's been moving around. If you've been following all the socials, a lot of people are getting paid out there. Everyone was talking about Miles Garrett and how we love the idea of Miles Garrett, but he's now the highest paid NFL lineman, defensive lineman out there, 40 million a year, dog.
That's ridiculous.
So it was a great talking point. It would have been crazy to see that kind of duo, but it's really that was not happening without a lot of movement here. There was also talk, about Dallas Goddard being out there being shopped for a fourth round pick. Josina Anderson made mention of that.
Right.
We've been talking about the Dallas Goddard potentially not being here for about a year now. If you just look at the money, the way it's set up, he doesn't have any more guaranteed money out there. So let's see where.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Josh Sweat just
Oh.
signs with
Mm,
the Arizona Cardinals on a 4-year
mm.
deal worth 76.4 million, including 41 million guaranteed. Thanks, Drew Rosenhaus. Thank
Thank you for
you.
these comp picks. Thank you for these comp picks.
It's, I mean, you make mention of that, the comp picks, and this is the
Hmm.
next level how we move in a sense
Yep.
where Milton Williams, Josh Sweat just got paid.
So you
Comp
know what
picks
that means,
coming.
right?
Comp
You know what
picks
that
coming.
means, right? That's going to be 5 picks in 2026 draft in the top 100. You might have 5 picks in day two. How he's playing the game, bro.
And,
He's
they,
playing.
and and this is what I'm talking about in terms of the next level chess moves that Howie is doing. Like now, Slay signs with, you know, signs with the Steelers. Milton signs with Patriots.
All right.
Josh Sweat signs with the Cardinals
So
4-year
so
deal.
right now, this is what it's looking like. Milton Williams will be a third round comp pick. Um, Josh Sweat would be a comp pick. Isaiah Rogers will be a 6th round comp pick. I mean, that's just that just yeah, everybody's playing checkers. We playing chess. You know what I mean? Like we're. This is the thing. This team is already built for the window. This team is built for the future. Now next year it's just going to get younger and younger and younger and younger.
Now Sean says Howie told everyone we have to be patient. He's
Yeah.
earned that right, and I think you know the thing when obviously I've always announced my love for Sweat. He's been he's had a great career as an Eagle. Talking about a guy from if you followed him from Florida State, reconstructive knee surgery. They almost had to amputate his leg. That's how bad his injury was. To see him at this point in life, right? In this point in life, not only he won a Super Bowl, but he's guaranteed another $41 million. Now, like I've seen a lot of Eagle fans in the comments as to like, poo poo the idea of these guys. Oh, you want to come back and win? Like, come on, man. They got a
Yeah.
Super Bowl. They got a
Grab the bag.
Super Bowl. Now go get your bag, and that's
Yeah.
the part of the business that it
Yeah.
sucks.
It sucks, but this is the way life goes, man. You can't keep everybody. And shout out to Josh Sweat for doing the ultimate move, like right before day before the Super Bowl. I'm gonna switch agents. I'm about to get the bag. I already know what I'm about to do. It was like foreseeing fruition. Like he knew what was at stake. You know what I mean? Because last year, bro, he was a free agent, wasn't he? He was a free agent, right? And then, or did they just redid his deal?
Sweat took less.
Yeah, he took less.
Sweat
So
took
he
less.
took less, and then it blessed. He got blessed. You know what I'm saying? He gambled on himself. He stayed with the Philadelphia Eagles. We let
Got his
Hassan
vote.
Red go. Son ended up signing with the Bucks for 14 mil. Man, the joke's on you because every strategy that he thought of did not work out for him. And then the icing on the cake was the Eagles won a Super Bowl without you. Um, it goes to show, man, like maybe the Eagles are going with Keeling Ringo, and they're going to go with they're going to step it up with the young guys. The young guys are going to be up next, so I definitely see the Eagles bringing in somebody for depth depth purposes. But you got Eli Ricks in the helm. I'm not sure after that. That's really about it. So you go to the draft, or you go get some guys you can get a nice cheap deal.
I'm starting to look at I'm starting to look at the draft where like potentially where they could draft somebody. I talk about defensive line depth. This is
Mm-hmm.
where you go to the draft as well. I think if you're looking for edge D tackle, I think it's a perfect opportunity to grab someone. We're working on fly here. I'm trying to update the socials as we go, but
Yeah.
Kelly's in her field. She said, "Listen, I feel like my family members are divorcing, and I have to pick a side. Emotions all over the place." I mean, just really, tap into where you were at the Super Bowl parade, and just be thankful that all the moves that Howie made, all the kumbaya moments that this team came together and actually got a dub. All
Mhm.
these players were a part of it. So now it's about continuing to stack younger players and build on the chemistry because you're losing some really good parts to this defense. And
No, no, most
Carl Smith
definitely.
said Isaiah wanted money. Period. This is his first time getting paid. You're talking
Yep.
about a guy who's out here just like I don't even know if I'm getting back in the league again. Eagles took a chance on him. He got that Super Bowl tattoo, didn't get the Eagles logo on him. I was like, he's not staying. He's not staying.
Yeah.
But DMJ says we're racking up compensatory picks. That seems to be the game plan
No
for
doubt.
Howie. And Mercer says, I ain't worried. I trust Howie.
No, no doubt. No doubt.
We haven't seen the numbers on the Slay side
Slay.
yet. Shout out to you, Sean. Um, shout out to Fuji says, "What's good, fellas? Any word on Isaiah Rogers or Josh Sweat? Uh,
Uh,
Sweat is gone. Isaiah Rogers is gone.
go.
41 million guaranteed.
Good for him. Good for him, bro. Like he almost didn't have a NFL career, bro.
Mm.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, shout out to Nicole Lynn from Clutch. She's this week she's making her clients a lot of money. Miles Garrett getting paid. Perk says the championships are nice, but the money is better.
Nah, he did the other. Okay, I see you. I see you, too, Perk. T Pig.
Shout out to Brad. He says he wants a tight end from Oklahoma State. This is a tight end draft.
Tight end draft right here. Yeah.
get yourself a tight end in this draft.
Yeah.
Gannon knows everything. I heard about that. Gannon was sniffing around Sweat.
Weasel. Damn Weasel.
Eric says Gannon trying to recreate that pass rush with a guy that was at a high level for him before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, see, I'm trying to think, man. Brad says rumors Slay. He said Slave. Ooh. Slay hasn't officially been released as an Eagle yet, though.
Mm.
uh, ee. Daniel Martin Johnson says should be getting a comp pick for Kellen Moore too.
Yo, me and my pops was talking yesterday, and my pops said, "Yo, don't you find it funny every time we go to the Super Bowl, that team that we're playing in, they take our coordinator, and he becomes the head coach." And I was like, "Oh snap!" Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah,
Hmm. Oh man, I mean this is all fluid right now. I mean this podcast is definitely of the emergency pod ilk.
yeah."
We're really trying to figure out things on the fly.
Freestyling. We're freestyling here.
I've been watching since this morning. Trying to figure out what the landscape is. A lot of news dropped yesterday. Josh Allen got his new deal. Got paid. Let's see who else got paid. I mean,
$330 million.
Brian says it is what it is. 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 wins in 8 years. I trust my guy Howie. Go Birds. See, I mean,
Yeah.
I really is the right attitude to take at this point in time.
Mhm.
That is the right attitude. Let's see.
I like how the Eagles try to hit us with a reflection. They're like, "Hey, don't pay attention over here." Saquon just had his press conference today, so Saquon.
He said, Let me hit you with the feel good." They're like, "Nah, bro." Well, I mean, speaking of feel good stories, um, Saquon got the key to the city yesterday. If that makes you feel any better,
Super cool. Yeah,
Pro-
that's super
probably
cool.
doesn't. Probably doesn't at all. A lot of stuff going on, man. Breaking news as we go. Brad says, I don't understand why Slay chose the Steelers because he wanted to stay in the same area around Philly. I mean, he's gonna have to like figure it out. Um, you know,
I think
it's
it's
not
all
like
about the money.
it's really about the money.
Yeah.
I don't think he's locked into. I mean, they live in Houston as
Houston,
well.
yeah. That's where she's from, right? Jennifer
Yeah.
Select. Shout out to Jennifer Select too.
Marissa says our rookies last year killed it. I for sure did, man. Marissa, I actually found a photo that somebody reporter had posted about the Valentine post. I'm gonna send it to you. I don't know if you saw it from that angle, but we'll see. Shout out to Warren. He says sweat to Gannon and the Cards. You know, it is what it is. Speaking to that, 2020 says Edge is a must in the draft. Nolan plays so hard he will pick up injuries. Give me uh, Azaraka, Azaraku, Azaraku, or Prince Human. Some hard ass name.
Yeah, I
That,
can't
that,
say
that
that.
is the that's the Edge from Boston College, I'm guessing, and then the Edge from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Man, it is tough scene out here, man. It is a tough scene out here, man.
Yeah. I mean, because this is the thing, though. You got to think. I mean, and then I get it. Every year the salary cap has gone up. I think this year was like went up to 25 million. And the Eagles do have money, but the Eagles have to. They still have to plan ahead 2 to 3 years because you got Jalen Carter. He's going to be coming off a rookie deal. Quinion's going to be coming off a rookie deal. Jordan Davis. He's on the 5th year option. So they're just they're taking it step by step. And then the younger you get, it seems like you can mold your own talent, and then you can complete your roster because a lot of the money is on the offensive side with AJ, Devontae, Jalen. We're kind of ups and downs with the whole what's going on with Goddard, but look where that money in it. Oh, Saquon just got paid the Fantastic Four has already been paid, so we have to go cheap on the defensive side of the ball. And we got the staple guys like Jalen Carter. He's one of
Oh,
the guys, staple guys on defense.
843 Philly fan just chimes in, just getting in. Who did Josh Sweat go? He went to the Arizona Cardinals. Got
He it's
41,
coming to live with me. It's coming to live with
41
me.
million guaranteed. Sweat did have one of the nicest sack
He
games.
did, bro. I'm gonna miss that, bro. I'm gonna miss that, bro.
Shout out to Matthew Shedden from England, across the pond, chiming in for the Eagles talk. We appreciate you as always. Uh, my Brazilian homie. He says Howie always had a good idea for what to expect on the market. Last year they started hot with Saquon, and now they're waiting this money rush. You talk about value signings. The Zach Bond signing wasn't sexy to anyone. He ended up becoming all pro. The Saquon Barkley signing to some in the Eagles community didn't like this idea either. I'm not. There's a lot of people that didn't. We're overpaying for someone who's probably washed, and then Saquon became all world with the Eagles. You definitely have to speak to the youth movement. As such, Eric says at some point the youth coming in making an impact isn't a coincidence. How he finds the talent and coaches continue to develop it. I really do think Ringo showed a lot of effort on special teams this year. Was alternate for the Pro Bowl. It really spoke to his level of intensity out there, giving his all. I appreciate all the stuff he's bringing to the table. I think the 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 idea of him potentially being a starter has got to motivate him. You know what I mean? It really does have. I mean, people are talking about, do you move? Do you move? Cooper DeJean outside or whatever.
No.
My thing is, I mean, for the most part, everyone is we're running three corners, like, because people are like, oh, you could play him in base. I'm like, yeah, we're not really. It's everyone's running three wide,
Yeah.
so everyone's gonna be out there.
We're more zone.
I know
We're
Slade
more
spoke
zone.
Slave spoke to keeping him inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want to replace one position, not two. It's easier. It's easier.
Marissa says that her Valentine sign got me to that VIP behind the museum.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was, you seeing photos. Some reporter had posted something, and I was like, I know who that is. Let me see if I took a photo.
And let's be frank, man. Milton Williams wasn't going to get $26 million here.
Nah, he wasn't.
He wasn't going to get that.
He definitely wasn't. James says, in how we trust, have faith, let the boy cook. I mean, Howie's just been killing it. It's really just a matter of where we go next. It's definitely it's tough to see some of the guys that have left get bags, but it just is what it is.
It's rewarding though too at the same time.
I mean, if you're a free agent and you're looking at the Cowboys, I mean, not the Cowboys. Sorry, not the Cowboys.
What?
I mean, because a lot of the free agents, well, look, they just lost Jordan Lewis. He's like, I'm not staying for this trash.
Yeah.
But if you're a free agent trying to leave a team, and you look at you look at the Eagles, and you see that their free agents that they signed automatically got deals.
But what's crazy though is like whenever an Eagle leaves and he goes to Arizona, it never works out. Zach Ertz did work out. What was the linebacker that left after we won the Super Bowl? They called him. Oh my God! They called him Mustafa. What was his name? Jordan
Hicks.
Jordan Hicks. He left and went to the Cardinals. Kazir White left, went to the Cardinals. The wide receiver that we got for the 1 year left, went to the Cardinals. It never really pans out for him when they go to Arizona. So I'm hoping the best for him. I know we don't play him, but I'm hoping the best for Josh Sweat.
2020 says Asante Samuel, a free agent.
That's what we was just talking about. We was just talking about him.
We were like, he don't
We
he don't tackle like his dad either.
yeah, he don't like to tackle. He's just like his pops, like the cover. Not a much of a tackler. We need tacklers on our DBs. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Guard Patrick Makari has agreed to terms with the Jaguars for 3 years, 37.5 million per source. Max value
Everybody's coming.
39 mil, over 20 million guaranteed. So we're still
Mm.
trying to figure out what the market is for the guard position for Makai Becton. I don't know. I don't know if damn. I don't know if Becton's coming
So
back. That'd be interesting.
you don't think so? You don't think Beckhams coming back?
I would think someone who offers him more money.
True. Um, I don't know, man. This is kind of weird, bro. Like this is kind of weird in the situation where we're in right now. Like because usually, Eagles are like top buyers, or they're making some type of noise, and it's like the meme, like when you're walking a dog and you draw the character, do something. But yeah, this is kind of weird, man. Like, cause you see everybody willing and dealing and signing players that we're losing. Three of our top guys that were contributors to our Super Bowl run. Um, oh crap! Oh man, I thought that said Makai back then. Oh, thank God it didn't.
No, it was the other lineman.
Yeah.
Perk says Makai Becton will be back. Eric says, in lighter news, Gail, I need you to tell me this. The team shop. Tell the team shop to answer the damn phone on one of your 4 trips so I can get your Kelly Green hat order. Is the hat you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about, Eric? If so, you can check Fans Edge. Fans Edge is that they have the Kelly Green hats with Super Bowl patches on them. They have them fitted, and they also have them in snapback. Here I am promoting. Mercer says y'all head to the draft. I think so. I'm trying to.
Where's the draft going to be in Detroit?
Green Bay.
Oh yeah, Detroit was last year. I'm bugging.
Green Bay.
Oh look, dope.
Yeah, the news was flying. I think if you look at what the Bears have done, you start looking around the league that everyone is trying to duplicate some of the things. Like, where do we need to get stronger? Javon Kinlaw got a new D tackle. I mean, the Commanders got a new D tackle, and Javon Kinlaw gave him $30 million guaranteed. We've been talking about Jonathan Allen from the Commanders. He's also looking at the Vikings right now. He's visiting with the Vikings. That's another player. Shout out to Todd and his homie Puna Ford's dad. Puna Ford got paid.
Mm-hmm.
That's another guy that we talked about in the offseason. Paid. Let's see. Who else? Let's see. Another DT got paid.
Oh, Tommy Brown left the Commanders, went to the Jags.
Diami Brown.
Yeah, Tommy Brown, he left.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 year deal, 10 mil, up to 12. Not a bad contract. Not a bad contract.
You feel like if you take your phone off, take your eye off the phone, some new news is going to break.
I apologize, guys. My eyes are like down here. I apologize.
I know we talking about Grady Jarrett offline, but the Bears agreed to terms with former Falcons DT. So the Bears are paying him. This is a 3-year, $43.5 million deal. DT's getting paid, man.
Yeah, trenches are getting paid. Yeah.
So the compensatory draft pick tracker. I'm looking at Kelsey's tracker. He says with Isaiah Rodgers reportedly agreed to terms with the Vikings on a 2-year deal that should qualify him for a 6th-round pick. Milton Williams reportedly agrees to the Patriots on a 4-year deal worth $104 million. This would almost certainly net the Eagles a 3rd-round pick. Jimmy Kempski says the Josh Sweat should qualify him for a 4th-round pick. So that's it's not bad, man.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Go with that.
That's and then depending on who you sign, it can cancel it out.
Yeah.
So
So that's what I'm saying. They're not going to sign a big free agent. It's going to be second, third tier guys that are going to be able to fit in. And you never know. You might end up getting another, Zach Bond in the building that balls out in this scheme and folds the mold into his role. Or you can be like the Niners and then just lose all all your key pieces. Aaron
yeah,
Banks. Aaron Banks, Mofongo. Mofongo went to the Denver. Oh, I said Nuggets. I'm bugging. Denver Broncos. Huh?
did he go to the Steelers?
Who? Mofongo?
Yeah.
No, he went to Denver. He went to the Denver Broncos. And then Aaron Banks, their guard, just went to the Packers.
Okay.
And his deal. So we want to look at that deal. We definitely want to look at that deal. 4 years, 77 mil, bro. Ooh, he's a guard.
Okay. Oh, the new deal happened. Aaron Banks deal.
Aaron Banks said Aaron Banks is
4
he
years.
got a 4-year 77 mil. So you gotta was that 24? What is that about 18, 19 somewhere a year?
My math's not math.
No, that's probably like 15 to 17. Somewhere in there. You could take.
Damn.
It's Ringo time, bro.
I mean, that's the part. You can't be mad at that thought process.
Mm-hmm.
He's been developed for a couple of years now. This is his opportunity to shine. Really, this is his opportunity to shine. Make him this. Right. Ringo's been waiting for this moment.
Yes.
It's just
I think he's capable. He's capable of doing it.
I mean, he's got the length, he's got the speed, athleticism. I'd like this, the fluidity is where, hopefully Slade has coached up all these corners. We talk about the mentorship that he's provided to other guys, but like, man.
Yeah.
The open Ivory Green says, damn, Milton got the bag.
He sure did, man. Yeah. Good.
Sure did. James says, we keep him Becton, in my opinion. Battle starts at the line, and you trust Baby Rhino makes everyone around him better. But you're wondering what kind of bag is being thrown in front of him right at this moment. That's where I'm at. And can the Eagles match that? He got the Super Bowl. I mean, he looked like a candidate to come back, just going off his photos and his the way he looked after the Super Bowl. I'm like, bro, why would you want to leave that? But again, the money is if the math is mathing and the zeros are lining up, the commas and such, you have to take the bag, right? We're talking about a guy who was injury prone. If teams are offering him money like that, I can't say not to take a contract. If I'm their agent, I'm saying take the contract. And can the Eagles compete? That is where we're like, we're that emoji. Okay. Saying, man. 843 Philly fan says, who do you see Howie signing an edge? Parsons? He said Parsons. Parsons getting 24 mil on his rookie year deal, right?
Yeah. Imagine when Parsons going to be getting. Hopefully, he's trying to get 42. He's trying to say he's the best defensive player in the
NFL. Mack signed already. I don't know. Khalil Mack signed with the Chargers. Hendrickson has been dangled.
Give up a pick.
Henderson got 35 sacks in the last 2 years. Von Miller, I'd say washed gang. I saw the post by Lane Johnson saying that, to Von Miller.
Come here.
35 mil. He's 35. He'll be 36 in the Tybo class next year. So it'll be a 36-year-old edge. No, I'm not saying I'm knocking anyone's age because I've seen Brandon Graham do it. Brandon Graham is like, yo, maybe I'm not retiring, dog, because y'all need me.
Nah, I love BG. I love BG, but walk off into the sunset, baby. Walk off into the sunset.
And then Bosa, you see him getting clown outside the stadium. I know he didn't want to come here. We were not. We're Von Miller. He's had some off-field issues, and I think I'm good. Yeah, and DMJ says if I'm Becton, I would want tackle money. Yeah, it's I wonder where the league sees him. Obviously, he's got the body for a tackle, but he mauled people at the guard position. So you know, I'm glad to see that Jordan Lewis leaves the Cowboys. We have Trayvon Diggs recovering from injury.
Knee injury. Yeah.
So two of their three corners. It's a tough scene out here. Jay says
Yeah.
Lee Parsons and his big mouth down and eat D. We don't want him.
Nah, I don't want to. Nah.
So now Mickey, this is Tim he made a mention to what I thought. Who do you want to bring in? I said, well, Zadarius Smith maybe if you want to kick the tires on someone, you know, could be interesting.
Mine, yeah, mine's is Murphy, Byron Murphy from the Vikings. If you wanted to go and bring some competition, but I don't think he would be more. I don't think he would be the competition. If you get somebody like Byron Murphy, he would be the starter at 27 years old and a lot of experience. He played for the Arizona Cardinals and the Vikings, so that was for mine.
Um, I mean, that says, do you guys think we will have to stay up all night on draft day to see Howie trading back, or do you guys think we can explore something during the free agency? I'm kind of, I did make mention on Sunday at the Philly show to someone. I said, "Are you going to the draft?" I was like, "Yeah." My only concern is going to the draft, sitting there in the first round, watching all the picks, and then
Yeah,
being in the pit. Being in the pit that's a full time job. That means you're
yeah.
there all day. Then the Eagles trading back. But I feel like in the value of where this draft stands, you can really get some good value in the second round. So I do think there's a possibility of us trading back into the second. But the way the draft board is setting up, I mean, you have some of the guys that Mike Green from Marshall, who had the sexual assault charges in high school and college that are appearing up somewhere. Like I didn't see that. I didn't hear about that at the Senior Bowl or anything. And then the James Pierce, someone was talking about his off the field work character issues. I didn't hear about until recently, and I'm like, those are guys that the Eagles could have targeted late first. What does that do to their draft stock? Obviously, we haven't interviewed them. I'm not saying none of that is true. That's just out on the timeline. The Giants are re-signing Roy Robertson Harris, 2-year deal worth $10 million. Just talking about numbers, DT numbers. DT numbers out there. Yeah, Jay says it's never pans out well when we get players from Dallas. Murray, Scandrick, nah.
No,
I mean, Micah Parsons, he's always at the Devontae Smith softball game. No, actually, he was there the first year. Got booed. You can tell it hurt his soul.
he hasn't came back, has he? He hasn't came back, has he?
But to see a lot of those Penn Staters up there booing Micah Parsons, I could tell that he took a shot on that. I mean, it's really going to be interesting to see what move is next. So this Slay news is interesting.
It is because it's not even from anybody like big. It's just been tooted around, and it's like it's been tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. So
Yeah, I think a lot of
mm,
people booed. If you were at that softball game, you booed him. Very interesting, man. The Zadarius Smith. I'm going back to Mickey's comment. Because I'm really trying to think about reasonable. The Hendrickson. I went back and watched some Hendrickson's sacks. He came. Some of his sacks came against some low level dudes like he. But I'm not taking away from him. He was just murdering some of those.
yeah, yeah. You would
Tackles.
have to. You would.
Andrew
I would
Thomas.
definitely. I would definitely trade a third for him.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
But then if you trade that third, you're gonna have to give him a deal, and he's probably reaching somewhere north of 30 million a year. Not for 30 years old. I don't know if I can do that.
Henderson's speed to power move. Holy, he caught some Raiders tackle and mauled him. And I didn't know Hendrickson ran a 4.6. Did you
Yeah,
know that?
because he was drafted by the Saints. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, let me. I was like, maybe I gotta look that up before I mention that. Yeah, he ran a 4.65.
Bro, he does not look like somebody that run a 4.65.
Nah, bro,
That's the crazy.
he
He
doesn't.
looks like and I respect his game. I love the way he plays. No gloves, old school. Um, but yeah, that's giving up a third round pick. I would definitely give up a third round pick to Cincinnati. But paying him north of 30 million, I just don't see that. Um, and because what is he getting paid now? Is he getting paid like 16 or 17 million from Cincinnati?
I'm not sure exactly where his contract's
Yeah, I
at.
don't know.
Um, but he's. You look at what's BJ Hall
Yeah.
just got paid.
Hmm.
Um, Hold on, I'm looking at um, Hendrickson's. I mean, the way that this is why you have to appreciate our front office. The fact that uh, the Bengals are making their players wait to get paid. Um, Jamar Chase waiting to get paid.
That's stupid. That's stupid
Price
though.
Price went up. T Higgins price went up. You're trying to keep Burrows happy. Now Hendrickson waited. Price went up. I can't afford any of these players, man.
Pay them, man. Pay them.
Todd says how it might be able to flip Goddard for a corner.
I can see that. Shout out to
What is,
Todd.
yeah, but what is his contract look like
What, Goddard? I think he's a 1 year for 14 million.
if you trade him?
Yeah, 1 year for 14 mil.
Oh man, I hate to see Dallas Goddard go, man. He's always been one of my favorites pre Eagles,
Yeah.
and the fact that we landed him. Now we're sitting here at this moment talking about the run me over. And this is the honest fact for me. When we're talking about the Eagles going back to another Super Bowl, things gotta hit perfect. Free
Right.
agency and draft. It just is what it is. Because we're talking about going back to the Super Bowl. We got some pieces on this team, but bro, it's gonna be a rough scene out here. But
Yeah.
just talk about this for a moment. I mean, was there one move that you want to hit? One player that you want to bring in?
As free agent wise,
Hmm.
I think I said it was the. I agree with you with the Zarius Smith. In a corner, I would like Tredavious Ward. He would be a nice one, but that's a lot of money. Byron Murphy would be a nice one. That's a lot of money. Dante Flower would be a nice one. I would
Fowler.
like. I would like to. Yeah, I would like that one.
Did they
Trying to
sign an
think of
edge?
another one. Who? Commanders?
Yeah.
No, no. They just
Fowler
got a
wouldn't.
BT.
Fowler wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't bad be a.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying Flower would be dope. Flower, he'd be dope. I would even kick the tires on Allen. I would, he would definitely be a substitution piece. It just depends on what type of money he's looking at. Meaning Jonathan Allen. from the Commanders. I'll definitely take a look at him. But Becton will probably be the number one in right now. But we already took care of Zach. And
bring him.
Gainwell would be another one. But a Gainwell is probably like Thursday, Thursday signing.
We got to move by Cincinnati. Uh,
What they do?
the Bengals just signed former Packers DT TJ Slate into a 2-year deal.
Mm.
Interesting. 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 Talk about interesting. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, bro. This is basketball season when your favorite stars score buckets or they're alley ooping you on an opportunity to win money from watching sports with Underdog to play. Play to choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats, points, assists, rebounds. They've got all your favorite leagues and starts to choose from. Um, make sure you sign up using the code Jawn, man. That's all you got to do. Sign up with the code Jawn. I know Tim has been successful out there. Have
Yes,
you?
sir. Shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to Underdog, man.
that's how you. That's how you.
Especially injuries.
That's how you afford those sneakers back there.
Got to. You know what I mean? Can't use the paycheck. Wife can get mad about that.
So
Extra income. Extra
yeah,
income.
download the Underdog app and sign up now using the promo code Jawn JAWN to unlock a special offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Joining the fun when you sign up with the promo code Jawn. Claim your special offer today. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly upon your first deposit. Must be 18 plus 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE NY.
Dope,
Shout out
dope.
to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, I mean, the news is going to be breaking all day. We've been kind of just sitting out here waiting for news to break, kind of figure out the right time. Evan Primo are on the IR list for tonight. Wishing them um, to feel better
Yeah.
for sure. Prayers up to the homies. Todd says we're gonna be all right. It's just a lot of these young guys, Nolan, Jalix, Ajomo, show they have the big play potential. I think Hunt might be a beast next year. And let's not also forget we also have what's his name on the roster and his contract. Your favorite homie from the Jets.
Oh God! Don't even talk about Bryce Huff right now.
He's realistically still in play on the
I
field.
know.
So
Yeah, I know. And they can't get rid of him. They can't get rid of him. Can't get
also
rid of
talk
him.
about edges. Hassan Reddick also signed a 1-year deal with the
With the
Bucks.
Bucks.
1 year, 14 million. So now we're still trying to get word on the Slay deal, if that's because remember we reported him getting cut last year or traded last year, and he became an Eagle again. So we'll see where we're at right there. Yeah, so it'll be interesting, man. We're trying to stay up to date. It's trying to stay calm. It's cool. It's rough. I'm not gonna say it's rough. I mean, we have a Super Bowl. You know, you're worried about getting merch with Super Bowl gears. I mean, merch with Super Bowl patches on it. Just understand that you're in a good place. Okay, so you know, as we sit here, don't worry. Be happy with the Super Bowl. Uh, Shout out to Tim. Tim's off to work. We're gonna hold it down for a second as news still is breaking. Darren C says, like I said, I would kick the tires on Kuntz, see if he can get back on track after his injury. He was trending before. Yeah, I mean, think it's a possibility to find some other edges that are cost effective. That if Vic gets to pick his guy, then we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Holding it down here. I mean, like if you guys were here earlier and on Twitter, you saw that Twitter was acting up. I think all the breaking news while people were waiting for it. We were hoping that news would break, and then all of a sudden it went down. Twitter went down. Now talking about the Slay movement, I think he said last week that he was talking about the Lions um, versus the Eagles, and then he said that he wanted to play for Mike Tomlin. So he did kind of say it. Darius Slay said on his podcast, he said it was not about the money. He wants to play for a contender and a great coach and help a secondary grow. It's just tough that it's just not going to be with the Eagles, man. I'm still waiting to see if that's true or not. But we do appreciate you guys in the comments and for showing up. It's an early one today, but I figured by 6:30 moves would be happening, at least some moves. But definitely wanted to just update y'all. Um, Carissa says, "Isn't this a draft tight end heavy?" But I still don't want to see God. Now this is Carissa. This is obviously this draft is where you can get some really good talent. Um, One of the reasons I went to the Senior Bowl was to look at some of the tight end prospects because there were a lot of them were down there. Mason Taylor was down there. Harold Fannin Jr. was down there. A lot of good guys to look at. Elijah Arroyo from Miami was also down there. A lot of good talent to sift through. Obviously you have Warren from Penn State. Guys like they're not in our wheelhouse, so don't those guys are not dropping. So the guys who are in the wheelhouse, Arroyo, Fannin Jr., Mason Taylor are in the wheelhouse. If you're trying to go day two, those guys could be there. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. We will see. But we do appreciate you guys sticking around um, as the news drops. As the news drops, I think everybody's just waiting for the next move by the Eagles. At least something. At least once. Just give me one. That's all I'm asking for. I think I think collectively everyone's waiting for a Becton signing. If it's one position. If it's one if it's one position. Cut me open, I bleed green says, "Hey, draft Mason Taylor and probably see some more Joy Taylor in Philly. I guess you have other ulterior motives for drafting Mason." But Harold Fannin Jr., his head coach at Bowling Green, is now the offensive is it the QB coach with the Eagles as we speak. The new coach of Bowling Green is Eddie George. So, but we do appreciate you guys for sticking around. These will be dropping all night. Hopefully, nothing too major that we have to jump on and do another pod. To our Twitter family, X is not allowing us to go live on stream because X is having issues. X is having issues today. But we appreciate you guys for sticking around. Obviously, want to give a big shout out to Bud Light. Shout out to uh, Red Bull for holding the tailgate down. Shout out to Safelli's Pizza for giving Evan Hollywood Hearn wings. We appreciate you guys. Honorary Captain, Conchahawk Italian Bakery. Shout out to Crafty Jawn. Hit craftyjawn.com if you want some chunky chains in your life. Okay. But we will see you guys in the next pod. And as always, it's fly, Eagles fly. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bang, bang. Birthday.